In the headlines, goods worth millions, 24 shops destroyed by fire in Zamfara. One killed as gunmen kidnap ex-Nolge chairman, demand 2 million naira ransom in Nasarawa. Tinubu arrives Port Harcourt ahead of project inauguration. And on the foreign scene, Palestinian groups, Israeli forces agree to Gaza ceasefire. Hello and welcome to the news update on Trust TV. I am Ayuba Ilya. Thanks for joining. And now the details. Goods worth millions of naira were destroyed by fire at Bebeji Plaza in Gusau, the Zamfara state capital, where mobile phones and accessories are sold. Eyewitnesses said of the over 24 shops said to have been burnt down by the fire, not a single item was rescued from the affected shops at the plaza. The report.
The incident, according to eyewitness account, occurred at about 8:45 p.m. Monday evening and took prompt intervention of State Fire Service and security agencies to put out the fire. Chairman of the National Association of GSM Sellers and Accessories, Zamfara State Chapter, Ibrahim Kadu, said they could not ascertain the cause of the fire because for the past 40 days, there has not been electricity supply in the affected plaza. He said they cannot also quantify the number of goods and the monetary value of the properties lost to the inferno. But according to him, goods worth millions of naira have been destroyed. Ibrahim appealed to public-spirited individuals and the government to come to the aid of the victims of the fire incident, as many of them are youths who have now been rendered jobless as a result of the incident.
Well, we can't exactly say this is the cause because there was no light when the incident occurred. We don't have light actually, but we suspect it was the battery that exploded. That's what we suspect. But I can assure you that millions of naira have been lost.
Some victims of the fire incident narrated their ordeals.
This fire incident happened last night around 9 p.m. People were come to our rescue. Fortunately, during the fire service, they tried their best to quench the fire. But we have a great loss. This is a calamity. In fact, this is from God. Take the test. This is a test from God. This is a predicament. We can't say precisely our pain.
The Executive Director of Zamfara State Fire Service, Abdullahi Jibu, disclosed that emergency responders, the fire service and security agencies responded swiftly and put out the fire within a short time and prevented it from spreading to other buildings in the area. He said they are still working to unravel the cause of the fire incident at Bebeji Plaza in Gusau Metropolis.
We have enough firefighting vehicles, and not even to Gusau Metropolis, where the state capital is. In other local governments, we are well equipped. There are other local governments with 3 to 2 firefighting trucks. I think you have this opportunity also to express my appreciation to the security agencies, my sister security agencies like Foreign Civil Defense Army, because during some of the incident, the place was highly overcrowded. So I have to look for enforcement from them, and they deployed the whole crowd, and we were able to carry out the activities there very smoothly.
However, while efforts were being made to put out the fire, some hoodlums who wanted to take advantage of the situation to loot public property were quickly apprehended by the security personnel.
Gunmen have reportedly kidnapped a former chairman of the Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees in Nasarawa State, Ismaila Konga, and killed a Hilux driver who ran into the kidnappers in the state. Konga was kidnapped alongside 2 others while on his way from Akwanga town, the headquarters of the Akwanga local government area, to his country home, Andaha, where he stays with his family. A family source who pleaded anonymity said that the kidnappers mounted a roadblock on the Akwanga-Jos Federal Highway between Ningo village and Andaha, where they got their victims. The source said that the kidnappers have contacted the family and demanded 2 million naira as ransom. The State Police Command is yet to confirm the incident. Security operatives in Kaduna State are launching offensive activities of phone snatchers that have been terrorizing residents of the state. Police in a recent clampdown has raided hideouts of gangs of criminals, leading to the arrest of over 350 criminals within the Kaduna metropolis and environs. Bello Musa has the details.
The suspects arrested include the criminals locally known as Ensara Suka, whose crimes include stealing and snatching of mobile phones and threatening the lives of citizens. While addressing journalists in Kaduna, the police public relations officer, DSP Jalingi Mohammed, revealed that mobile phones, motorcycles, vehicles, various weapons, and over 1,700 kg of Indian hemp were recovered during the raid and arrest of the suspects.
The command has launched a serious manhunt on the criminals hibernating in some identified black spots within Kaduna metropolis and environs, following the outcry on the nefarious activities of these criminal elements. The gallant determination of our personnel has yielded a positive result with the arrest of over 350 suspects.
The State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Arwan, said phone snatchers are threatening the lives of the citizens and government will not relent on its fight against gangsterism in the state.
You can see what they have cost us within the last few weeks. We have lost lives were lost. They have injured so many of our people with severe injuries. So we are appealing to members of the general public to help security agencies so that we can be able to contain this situation.
Some of the suspects regretted their actions and advised the youth to shun any form of crime and violence.
This
is my first time of being arrested and I regretted it. I will never go back to crime again. I have a bikeman that carries me within the metropolis. Whenever I see targets, I threaten them with a knife and collect their phones. I know my victims feel bad when I snatch their phone, but I enjoy spending the money I got from selling the phones. Recently, the activities of Sara Suka and phone snatching have been on the increase in the metropolis, the situation that becomes a source of worry for many residents. Bello Musa, Trust TV News, Kaduna.
Officers of the FCT Police Command have been charged to be dutiful while embracing global best practices in discharge of their duties. The newly posted Commissioner of Police for the FCT, Haruna Garba, gave the charge while resuming duty at the territory. A statement from the FCT Police Public Relations Officer, SP Josephine Ade, said that before his redeployment as the FCT Commissioner of Police, CP Haruna was the Commissioner of Police in Yobe State Command. While addressing senior officers of the command in the maiden meeting of his administration, the CP tasked them to be dutiful and intensify their supervisory roles. He further stated that his administration will be characterized by nothing less than policing in line with global best practices, respect for fundamental human rights, visibility policing, and a proactive approach to security challenges in the territory. President-elect Bola Tinubu has arrived Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital, ahead of the inauguration of some projects in the oil-rich state. Tinubu, who was invited at the instance of Governor Nyesom Wike, was received by the governor and his entourage on Wednesday morning at the Port Harcourt International Airport. The jet that conveyed the president-elect touched down at the airport at 10:03 a.m. on Wednesday. Wike's entourage include National and State Assembly members, local government chairmen, and government appointees. Supporters of the governor were also present to receive Tinubu as they were allowed into the tarmac area under strict security control. The suspended resident electoral commissioner of Adamawa State, Hudu Yunusa Ari, has been arrested. Muyiwa Adejobi, Force Public Relations Officer, confirmed Yunusa Ari's arrest on Tuesday. He said some of the persons who played roles in the controversy surrounding the election were also being probed. The suspended Adamawa State Resident Electoral Commissioner had earlier denied receiving bribe to announce Aishatu Binani as winner of the governorship election in the state. In his first interview granted to the BBC since his suspension, the REC insisted that he did not regret his actions and said that he was ready to honor a police invitation to explain his role in the election. He insisted that he was not hiding in anywhere.
Da binani da fintili ban tambaye su ba kuma ban aika wani ban ko kwandala.
Between Binani and Fintiri, I have not asked any one of them to give a penny. I'm saying it openly. I did not receive money from the both parties. If they gave me money, they would have told people about it. I don't collect bribe because it is unlawful and it will tarnish my image and reputation. Where will I take 2 billion naira to? I also saw it on the social media that I was giving 2 billion, and that's actually a fallacy. It is actually true that the police have invited me to come, and I will definitely go soon to clarify myself on the issue. I have no regrets. Something you do in accordance with the law, you don't regret it.
Senator-elect and Governor Dave Umahi of Ebonyi State has joined the team of key personalities who have informed President Muhammadu Buhari of their intent to be president of the 10th Senate. He announced the decision Tuesday after meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari at the presidential villa in Abuja. Umahi said that justice, equity and fairness must guide the ruling All Progressives Congress when zoning the principal offices of the 10th National Assembly. The governor, who said that the Southeast made considerable contributions to the victory of the president-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, advised the party against gouging its choices of candidate by vote contributions alone. Umahi said that allowing the Southeast to produce the next president of the Senate will inspire buy-in from the opposition in the National Assembly.
The moment our party gets it right, and by saying, look, for the unity of the country, for equity and fairness, this is the zone this thing should go. And I think that it should be Southeast, unless if I'm, proved otherwise. Then it will now be a project that has the grace of God. It has, fairness, equity, and justice. And a lot of people will key into that. But when you have other criteria, other than the criteria of equity, fairness, and justice, then that's where we begin to struggle. And I pray that we do not struggle. So I believe strongly that if this is zoned to Southeast and then without prejudice to the rights of every other zone to aspire for this office, but there would be a kind of, sympathy, because when you are, doing political permutation and sharing, you must have formula. So the moment the formula is very clear to Nigeria, and that this formula you are putting forward is placing Nigeria ahead of personal interest, ahead of regional interest, then every other person will key in. So I think what is key is for equity, fairness, and justice. And you see that even the opposition party, we key in, we see reasons for that.
President Muhammadu Buhari has reappointed Abike Dabiri Erewa for a second term as the chairman of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission. The president has also written to the Senate seeking the confirmation of the appointment of 6 federal commissioners of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission to fill the existing vacancies in the state. And our National Assembly correspondent sent in this report as presented from our studio.
The notice of Abike Dabiri Erewa's reappointment was contained in a letter from the President to the Senate requesting the upper chamber of the National Assembly to confirm her reappointment. She was a senior special advisor to the President on Foreign Affairs and Diaspora Matters before the appointment. Dabiri Erewa was also a member of the House of Representatives for Ikorodu Federal Constituency in Lagos from 2003 to 2015. While she was at the House of Representatives, Dabiri chaired the House Committee on Diaspora Affairs.
Dear distinguished Senate President, the appointment of Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri Erewa, OON, as Chairman CEO of Nigerians in Diaspora Commission NIDCOM for a second term, in accordance with the provisions of Section 2, Subsection 2 of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission Establishment Act 2017, I write to forward the name of Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri Erewa as Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission for confirmation by the Senate for a second and final term.
For the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission nominees, President Buhari is asking the Senate to approve Anyogu Eze, Peter Okpara, Hawa Aliyu, Regia Ayuba, Kolawole Adebola, and Ismaila Agaka.
I am pleased to forward for confirmation by the Senate the appointment of 6 unlisted nominees as federal commissioners to fill the existing vacancies of their respective states in the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission.
Meanwhile, the Nigerian Senate has mandated the Committee on Interior to investigate the circumstances causing the delay in the issue and renewal of passport by the Nigerian Immigration Service. The Senate issued the directive to the Committee on Interior at the resumption of plenary on Tuesday, following a motion by Senator Uche Ekwenife, who said Nigerians are finding it difficult getting their passports. She explained that despite the 6 weeks timeline, Nigerians now spend between 3 to 6 months to get them.
Mr. President, the Senate observes that getting an appointment for biometrics capturing at the passport offices now takes between 5 to 8 weeks. After biometrics, many applicants still spend more than 4 months waiting for their passports to be ready for collection.
The passport is the right of every Nigerian. And the situation we're in today, we were in about 15, 20 years ago. How did we get back here is what all of us are worried about. And it is important that we resolve this as soon as possible.
Investigate the circumstances that led to the delays in the issuance and renewal of Nigerian passports by the Nigerian Immigration Service and report back to the Senate within 2 weeks. Those in favor of this prayer say aye. Those against say nay, the ayes have it.
The Senate has also asked its Committee on Interior to probe the contract for the printing of passports by the Nigerian Immigration Service.
You're watching the news update on Trust TV. Coming up shortly, we take a look at the story of a roadside motor park that runs 24-hour service. Details of this and more after the break.
Good morning, Nigeria. Year after year, they have informed, educated, and entertained us. When you needed information, knowledge, or an escape.
From generation to generation, the Nigerian broadcasting industry has worked tirelessly to serve you.
And now, this service will finally be recognized.
Come May 17th this year, broadcasters all over Nigeria will gather at a hotel and suites for the maiden edition of the Nigerian Broadcasting Awards, an award ceremony set to reward hard work and excellence in the broadcast media. Voting starts on 20th April and ends on 4th May 2023. Visit www.tnbawards.ng to vote now. They've served and they're still serving. It's time we say thank you. This award is organized by the Broadcasting Organizations of Nigeria, Bonn.
Thanks for staying. This is the news update on Trust TV. Let's take a look at the top stories again. Goods worth millions, 24 shops destroyed by fire in Zamfara. One killed as gunmen kidnap ex-Nolge chairman, demand 2 million naira ransom in Nasarawa. Moving on, the National Industrial Court has fixed May 11 for the continuation of the hearing on the legality of the strike embarked by the Academic Staff Union of Universities on the 25th of February 2022. The president of the National Industrial Court of Nigeria, Justice Benedict Kanyib, who presided over the case, gave the ruling on Tuesday in Abuja. Noel Samson reports.
Issues deliberated during resumed hearing of the 360 suit were those of the legality of the strike action which the federal government considers illegal, as well as the order that the lecturers having embarked on an illegal strike are not entitled to payment during the said period. The federal government is also asking the court not to grant the university's lecturers the request to use the preferred platform for salary payment when, according to government, the platform failed integrity tests. Counsel to the federal government, James Igwe, also made reference to the failure of ASUU to file their annual returns beginning from 2014, as well as the teacher gross with the registration of Kunwa and Namdas.
Several years beginning from 2014, ASUU never filed their annual returns. The law says you should, as a trade union, before the 1st of June of every year, file your annual returns. But records show that they never did. They purported to do so only in 2022 and it was not complete. So they came to court. The federal government didn't take them to court. And then we are saying that they have approached the court with dirty hands of non-compliance with the law. And then they are trying to restrain, they are asking for a perpetual injunction to restrain the Registrar of Trade Union from performing his statutory responsibilities. And we are saying that that cannot be. You cannot restrain the Registrar of Trade Unions from performing his duties as prescribed by law when you have not obeyed the same law.
The counsel to the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, Marshal Abubakar, among other things, applied for the matter to be referred to the arbitration center of the court in line with Section 254, subsection 3 of the court. The court also gave ASUU 7 days to their addresses before adjourning to May 11.
We applied that 2 of the matters be referred to an arbitration. Now there's a provision under the law, Section 254 C, sub 3, which provides that where there are issues as pertains to trade disputes that the National Industrial Court has the jurisdiction to hear and determine, such matters can be referred to the ADR center established by the National Industrial Court. So we put an application today to refer those matters to the arbitration center of the court, and the hearing or decisions on the particular application has been adjourned till tomorrow.
ASUU had on 28th of March promised to call 3 witnesses at Tuesday's resumed hearing, but however opted for referral to the arbitration center. Noel Samson, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Mile 3 Gombe is the most popular roadside motor park in the whole of the state, welcoming visitors from different parts of the country. For years, transport workers and businesses have been operating uninterrupted 24-hour services at Mile 3 Gombe, providing job opportunities to many youngsters. In this report, Trust TV's Ibrahim Ismail examines the economic contributions of the park to the people of Gombe State.
It's midday here at the new Mile 3 Gombe, a renowned roadside motor park and business hotspot in the state capital. The roadside park is now a stopover for travelers from the northeast and other parts of the country. Yunus Asule sells suya. He has been operating for about 8 years and recorded a lot of successes thanks to the booming commercial activities here.
Gaskiya mu ne ku ci gaba gurin kasuwanci ne na al'umma na mutane da yawa.
Mile 3 is a business hub for a lot of people. The most interesting thing is that everyone here has a job to do. Drivers, car wash workers and food vendors make fortunes in the 24-hour roadside motor park. For 6 years, this commercial driver, Babangida Usman, has been operating at the popular park. He built house from the proceeds of his work. While working here, I built a house and bought a car. Many of us have achieved a lot in the driving job. I drive from Kano to Gombe and Gombe to Yola. I always stop here, even at night. I eat and spend like 2 hours. I enjoy the place. Mile 3 is a preferred stopover for passengers en route to Kano, Bauchi, and Taraba State.
So I'm very excited with the place, and then I'm praying may Almighty Allah to bless those people that they are doing business here, and also to bless Gombe State as well. Government, they are to provide like a parking space for the motorists in order to have a place to park their cars also.
The new Mile 3 Traders Association facilitated the takeoff of the new motor park over a decade ago after they were asked to relocate from the old site.
Alhamdulillah, amma muna son mu a kokarin mu da roƙon mu da gwamnati yadda take tare da mu ta sake.
We are grateful and loyal to the state governor, but we want the market to be expanded so that buyers can have whatever they want to buy.
Haka muke fatan mu roƙe shi alfarmar wannan ya buɗa mana kasuwa ta faɗaɗa.
To commuters, the new Mile 3 Gombe is one of the best stopovers in the northeast because of the strategic position of Gombe State, located at the center of the northeast geopolitical zone. Ibrahim Ismail, Trust TV News, Gombe.
President Muhammadu Buhari will leave for London, United Kingdom on Wednesday to join other world leaders invited to attend the coronation of Charles III and his wife Camilla as the King and Queen Consort of the United Kingdom. The President will be accompanied by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyema, Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, the National Security Advisor, Babagana Mongunu, the Director General, National Intelligence Agency, Ahmed Rufai Abubakar, the Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri Erewa, and other senior government officials. And that's it for the news update. You can watch more via all our social media platforms and also on our YouTube live stream. I am Ayuba Ila. Thanks for watching.